As your district officers and state officers made their way backstage, it is my privilege and my honor to introduce to you, for our State Officer Spotlight Speech, your 2013-2014 State Council President, Ms. Laura Willis.
I think I'll stay out of it. So I'm going to push this to the side real quick. I'll keep it there. I'm not getting back in it again. So, first of all, I didn't get a chance to sit down and talk to each of you today or throughout the week. I tried to, but this is my one chance to get to sit down and talk to every single one of you, so that's what I'm going to do. So there's always that one kid that's just, I don't know, a little different, right? That was me. As you can tell, I mean, I hopped out of the box. Who else was that kid? Be honest. All right, yeah, we're the cool ones. So I didn't start sticking out like a sore thumb until I moved to Bladen County. And who's from Bladen County in here? Okay. Well, yeah, Luke Hill. Hey, Luke Hill. I moved there, and not very many people knew what a homeschooler was. And they were all like, what, you're a homeschooler? You get to wear your PJs all day and watch TV? How's the food there? I'm like, yeah, my mom's a pretty cool cook, I guess. And, I mean, I thought it was funny that I could do those things and they couldn't. But it was kind of weird because one day they would think it was cool, and then the next day they would be like, no, you are weird. And then in the midst of being the cool, uncool homeschooler, some kid called me Larzilla. And I used that nickname for a long time, and I didn't realize what it meant. Because at first I thought it was because I was taller than most of the kids, but then they still called me Larzilla when I stopped growing. And then I thought maybe I have short, stubby little arms, but that wasn't it either. It was because the girls said that I had a small brain, kind of like a T-Rex did. So that kind of ruined the whole nickname thing for me. So later on, I was 13, and my mom, who is very hard-headed, told me I had to go to teen retreat. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to that scary thing. I'm not going to go embarrass myself. I'm not going to go and talk to people that aren't going to like me. And I came up with all of these reasons that I was not going to go to teen retreat. And on the drive over there to the Bladen County Extension Office to meet Miss Angela and all of my other 4-H friends that were in Bladen County, I came up with all these reasons why I wasn't going. And she just sat there and shook her head. Okay. Okay. We got there. She opened my door. She got my luggage out. She puts me and my luggage into the 4-H van, handed me her cell phone and said, call me if you need me. And that was that. So we rode all the way to Moore County. Who's from Moore County? Okay, hey Moore County. And I didn't say a word. Walked into the hotel where we usually had teen retreat, and all these people were like, hey, how are you? And I was like, who are these people talking to me? There are nice people in the world? Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? I didn't expect that. I thought I had made a discovery that no one else would have made, and I had to tell the whole wide world. It would change the world, because it sure did change mine. I had met people that were sweet to me, that cared about me, that cared about my likes and my dislikes, what I wanted to do with my life. And I felt like I wasn't just a glob of walking DNA that no one seemed to care about. Parker Palmer wrote this quote, and in essence, it's two different ways that your heart can break. One way is for it to break into shards and just scatter about. And that is a very painful thing. If you've ever been broken up with, or maybe your dog died. No, that's sad. Don't laugh. Why are you laughing? And then there's another way. And this is your heart. It can break open into two pieces. And it becomes this place where you can hold more of your own and the world's suffering and despair and their joy and their hope. And it becomes this place where you can take what you went through, that heartbreak, and you can make it hold something of more worth. Does that make sense? Yeah. And that's what 4-H did for me. It helped me take that heartbreak that I had thought was just shards in the ocean of tears and sadness. And it made it break open into a new capacity where I was able to help a lot of people realize that they matter. Even if they just matter to me or just matter in 4-H, it makes them matter. And once you realize that you matter, you think you matter. And that helps you once you get out of 4-H into the real world. And I realized after 8 years of having my heart broken by all these people back home that I had gone through a lot of really good state officer training. And it meant a lot to me to find people like you who wrote all these sweet notes on my campaign shirt that make me feel like I matter. So what is your passion? What is it that you want to live for? What is your one desire that you think you can't reach but you really, really want to? I'm going to pretend that we're going on a hike. So I packed my backpack and we're going to go up Mount Everest, right? And that's what it seems like most of the time when it's that one thing that you really, really want and you don't think you can make it there. So you had to pack things. And mine was being a state officer. So I love cows, and a lot of you know that. So I packed Bruce for comfort, because most of the time you're going to need that. I packed yet another cow, just because. I packed 4-H apparel. That's kind of a necessity. I packed water. I have that in this pocket. I have an apple in here. I have some books on leadership in here. I have pencils and a notebook to either draw pictures or write down things that I've gone through to get where I am, to remind me, lessons learned. I have tissues because, you know, sometimes you cry. And there are so many more things that you could pack, but one of the most important things is I have some letters in here that people have written me this week. Those leadership letters that they had you write, I've gotten 3 of them. And to me, that is 3 too many that I don't know how in the world I have gone from a little girl who didn't think that anyone liked her to 3 people that think that she's a leader. And so I'm climbing up my mountain, and I realize I have all these people going up with me. And there are so many times that you're not going to get to the top of the mountain the first time. But there's people like my sister Sarah sitting right there. Hi, Swilly. That's Swilly. She, for the past year, has been trying to lose weight. And because her whole life she's been a little bit overweight. I still think she's beautiful. And Sarah, you want to stand up and turn around real quick? Well, you're going to. I think she's beautiful, don't you? Yeah, let's give her a hand. In the past year, she has lost 30 pounds. And that is more than I could have lost if I was trying to do it myself. She did it all by herself. She didn't have a coach. Her and my mom just did it together just to have some bonding time. But the thing is, Sarah never gets to her peak. She gets to where she thinks her peak is, and then she sees something out in the distance from that peak, and she goes for it. Like running that 4K. Like, I thought she had lost enough weight, but then she just keeps doing more things to keep in shape, to be healthy, to make her life better, and to encourage others to make theirs better. And me, I didn't get to my peak the first time. I wanted to be a state officer when I was 16, and I lost to a very, very deserving person, Dallas Perry. She was awesome, and she deserved it. And at the time, I wasn't ready. I didn't want to believe that. But I kept climbing because my 4-H agent, Wendy Pascal, told me I had to. I wanted to, but I was scared. But every day that I came over to the extension office, she told me that I had the power to do that. And I'd be able to do it. So I did. So I kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And last year, I remember standing right there at that podium and adjourning the 2013 4-H Congress and looking out over the audience. And I thought I had reached my peak. Truthfully, I didn't reach my peak until right now. And I see one of the most glorious images I could have ever hoped for. I see my family, 500 family members in the audience. And I want to thank y'all for everything that you have done for me. There's a song by, I'm all mixed up, I'm sorry. There's a song by Francesca Battistelli, and it goes like, something like, if I can find it. It pretty much says, this is your life. What are you going to do? The world is watching you. Every day, the choices you make. Say who you are and what your heart beats for. It's an open door. I'm just going to sit these down. I forget about it. It's your life. What are you going to do? Figure out your passion. And climb your peak. And when you get there, don't stop. I'm looking out and I'm seeing so many more things that I want to do. And you go find them, and you go climb another mountain, and then you get to that peak, and you climb another mountain, and you keep climbing until the day that you die. I just want to say, grow. Never give up. Love yourself and love others. Make someone feel like they matter. Get out of that box and never get back into it. Let it sit there and remind you what you've overcome. And my personal favorite, just keep leading, leading, leading. And thank you so much for this amazing opportunity.